Here I'm going to show you how to correctly set the encoding settings for your camera to work with one of our NVRs. You go into config and you want to set your video settings to be as shown here. When using a OnView compatible camera, this one specifically lets you use our private protocol, but settings still need to be applied to the camera using its web interface. This is a 4 megapixel camera. I set its resolution to 4 megapixel CBR. It's very important you do that. And the bitrate to 4 megs per second. That's 4096. And the substream should be H.264 640 by 480 CBR and 1024. You could reduce this to 512 if you wanted to save more bandwidth for the substream if you have slow internet when viewing offsite. These encoding settings are what's going to be used to record and also serve the stream for web viewing when in a grid view. Now, that also applies to your mobile apps. Make sure you use H.264 and not the H.265 encoding because that's not supported through OnView cameras. It's always very buggy. The other thing you want to do is set motion detection, and that's set through alarm settings on this camera under motion detection. And what you should do is when it pulls up, you want to set motion area to be the whole video. I'm using a VM, so sometimes it shows me video, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is shut it off over here. So what you want to do is set motion area set by clicking on this, hit all, and then make sure it says record and hit save. In your case, you should see video here just because of the VM rendering. Sometimes you don't see it. And sensitivity is going to be all between 1 and 5. 3 is medium, and just leave everything else alone. That's how it should be. And the other last thing to do is then to apply or add this camera to the NVR. So in my case, I am going to pull my NVR up and log into it. In the other video, we show how to actually add the camera. Now I'm going to show you how to enable recording. To enable motion detection, the first thing you want to do is go to video detection, make sure it's enabled for that channel, and the region is selected not through here, but on the camera like I just showed you, which was this portion here. You can basically just set the motion area all, hit save. Second is the period of motion detection. It's easier to do on a different screen I'm going to show you. Hit OK here to save that. Then go to Storage, Schedule. And in here you can select Setup and choose either recording all the time, motion detection, or motion detection for every day. So now what it's going to do is record all the time and on motion. So for some people, they like to do this so they don't have any discontinuity in video playback. Otherwise, if you only have motion, then what will happen is video becomes a little staggered when it starts and stops recording on different motion events. Second thing is, or rather the third item here inside the NVR is make sure it says for that channel it's on auto. So now it'll record an automatic schedule, which was set over here to record both all the time and on motion. And motion has been enabled in video detection here, and it's enabled, and that's all. That's how you properly configure these Pro Series cameras to work with our NVRs. Thanks for watching.